Now it's time for the Neville Football Playback Show.
He is in the hospital, but I understand he's doing much better. I get good reports, so he's listening, and he's listening to his physical therapist, his speech therapist, and doing well.
All right, for Van Lay, here's the kickoff. It's returned by Tony White out across the 20 to the 26-yard line, and that's where the Tigers set up shop on offense. It is first down, 10 yards to go after the mark now at the 27-yard line of Neville as the Tigers are moving from our right to left. Here's Robert Lane with 4 men in the pass pattern, dropping the throw from the shotgun. Throws his pass, incomplete, bobbled around by Drew Carson, who almost found the handle on it, but only 2 yards upfield. Brings up second down and 10.
Well, Neil, first time in a while we've passed on first down.
Robert Lane in the shotgun, Tony White in the back set with him. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Tigers in the spread here. Wossman with 4 down linemen on defense. Lane to throw. Throws his pass too high for Nolan Darby off the left side. Incomplete. That brings up third down.
That was too high. That was definitely too high, and I don't know if that could have been caught by a 6'6" receiver.
Spread right is LaMarcus Simmons. Lane in the shotgun. Plenty of time to throw. Looks, pumps, and throws incomplete behind the intended receiver. And that's Nolan Darby. Brings up fourth down and 10, Morris. Not a good start.
Well, Neil, it wasn't a good start. It looks like our receivers, I don't know if they're running the right route or if Robert just off a little bit. It's hard to tell.
Drew Carson will punt. 2 Wossman Wildcats are standing back near the Wildcat 42-yard line. Here is Carson's punt, which is almost straight up in the air. So watch out for this one. It will bounce and take a Neville bounce as it does, only some 10, 15 yards upfield, but take a great Neville roll and come to a rest at the Wossman 43-yard line. We were fortunate on that one.
We really were fortunate. Drew's shaking his head. He did not intend for that ball to go off his foot that way, I can assure you.
Again, as the Wildcats come to the line of scrimmage, Savage, their quarterback, we saw him last year, and he's just a junior this year. Goes with trips in the backfield on a handoff, running left side, and got some room out across the 45 to near the 47-yard line to tote that time. Second down, 7 yards to go from the Wildcat 46. Savage down under. Big long T backfield, handoff, and stuffed right in the middle for no gain. It'll take a while to call all of those defenders, Morris.
Well, indeed, but I see one of our co-captains there, Reggie Robinson, number 80 in there.
Savage will go with 2 men in the backfield, spread receivers left and right, looking over the Neville defensive line. Playing 4-3. Savage to throw. Left side. He's got it complete out here. Looks like the first down is made as that ball is brought in by Eric Smith for the Wildcat first down.
Neil, he picked on Craig Porter, number 27. Craig's playing in place of the injured number 7, Travis Moore. Travis not in uniform tonight.
Line of scrimmage is now the Neville 44-yard line. This is a first down play, and, of course, 10 yards to go. Wossman with a slot to the right side. That man is in motion. Handed off to Coleman, running left, looking for a block. Trying to get outside, tries to cut back in, slips, and is buried by Neville Tiger some 2 yards upfield at the 42. Good defensive pursuit that time, Morris, to get in there and get it.
Was good pursuit, Neil. Number 4, Bradley McCoy in there, along with number 34, Cedric Harris.
With 8:56 remaining in the first quarter, there is no score. Savage going with 3 men in the backfield, double tight end set, handed off, running right side, in pursuit, the Neville defense, but he gets outside. That's some of that speed by Wossman. He's across the 20-yard line, the ball carrier. That is William Hill, who has the first down and more, and Wossman in good shape at the Neville 15.
Neil finally run out of bounds by Craig Porter and Patrick Thomas.
There's nothing fancy on that play, Morris. He just took it outside and turned on the afterburners, and just like that, he... Savage will go with 2 men in the backfield, and a slot man turned in on the right side. That's Coleman. Fake a handoff to Coleman, but now Savage to throw. He's going for the home run in the end zone, and it's overthrown incomplete. And again, he was going for Eric Smith, receiver for Wossman. 2nd down, 10 yards to go, but that is at the Neville 16-yard line. Savage, the quarterback, will split his backs, wing to the right side. Coleman in motion. Fake a handoff to Coleman. Looking to throw again is Savage. He's in trouble, and he is sacked. He is going down at the 31-yard line. A loss of some 15 yards on the play. Great defensive pursuit.
Neil, that's what I like to see, a little football by the Neville Tigers.
It brings up a long situation. Remember now, that was a 2nd down play. We're looking at a 3rd down play upcoming as we pull this one together. They're going to say previous play and the loss. So this is 3rd down. Long way to go. To make 1st down, Wossman must get to the 8-yard line or so of Neville. And now there's a stoppage of play. And here is Savage, the quarterback, going with a single setback and trips receivers right side, one to the left side in a passing formation. Dropping back to throw a Savage. He is hit and sacked again. He's brought down off his feet at the 44-yard line. Who shot the gap to get it?
Cedric Harris, Pokey, did a great job, number 34.
I'll tell you what, he looked so impressive on that play as well. Sorry about that. And it's 4th down and long, and here is Wossman having to take punt formation. Morris, Drew Carson standing back near the 10-yard line, anticipating the punt from Wossman. It's handled low, but kicked away as a wobbly kick. Drew Carson, fair catch at the 10-yard line, and that's where the Tigers take over. Not in great field position, but at least have the ball back.
We got the ball back, and it's still nothing, too, by the way.
Lane in the shotgun with receivers left and right, looking at throw. Again, has time, throws upfield. Too high, going for LaMarcus Simmons, and again, that one had the hot mustard on it. 2nd down, 10 yards to go from the Tiger 10. Wossman with 4 down linemen, 2 linebackers. Robert Lane will hand it off to Tony White. He gets some positive ground, but only about a half yard as Wossman closes in on him to bring up 3rd down and long.
You know, Neil, he ran 8 yards, but he ran it laterally, so he only picked up a half yard. That's about it, yeah. It's about basically 3rd and 10 here.
Robert Lane to work from the shotgun once again. 4 wide receivers in the pattern, but 3 to the right side of the offense. Throw it left side, Nolan Darby, who's got it, looking for a block. He got it, but he will not get the 1st down. He's 9 yards upfield and a yard shy.
Just as you said, a yard shy. Good catch by Nolan. First reception of the night for the Tigers, period. But we're going to have to take punt formation.
First bright spot in the offense also to get that many yards on one play. 4th and 1, Drew Terrence Washington and also Rico Coleman. Both of those will stand near the 50-yard line. Here is Drew Carson standing back near his 7 to receive this snap, which is a high one, but he's got it and got the punt away. It is a rollover kick. Taken on the knees and dropped, but recovered by Wossman at the 49-yard line. Washington that time with a dangerous bit of ball handling.
Austin Hughes, number 84, right in his face, ready to get that ball, and Austin had good coverage on that play.
He is quite a special teams player, that being Austin Hughes. The quarterback will go with a tight formation, wing to the right side. The wing man is Coleman. Backs are split behind him. Coleman in motion, handed off to him. Coleman running left side looking for blocks. He is bottled up at the line of scrimmage, but will now squeeze out some yardage on the play. In fact, he might have gotten about 5 or 6 as he goes out of bounds across the way. It's a good run. Coleman had to run a long way to get that one, but again, it proved for positive ground.
right, Neil. Looks like he picked up about 5.5 yards on that play.
A short 5, maybe 4 for Wossman on this play. Backs are split with the wing out again, and here's a handoff running right. That's Washington. He's outside, and he's got the first down. Dragged down by his shoulder pads, and also a flag is down on the play. All this taking place near the Neville 38-yard line. Morris, my goodness.
He'll tackle by number 11, Daryl McNeil, who you just called in the ball game. Let's see what we've got here.
Well, he caught the situation, but we'll wait on the officials, obviously.
You know, of course, I'm up here in the press box, and it's hard to see. I'm not down on the field, obviously, but it didn't look like a face mask. It really looked like...
Yes, that's the call. And they're calling it a personal foul. So the personal foul style is the 15-yarder is what I'm saying there. When you have two variations of face mask. One, oh, I didn't mean to do it, and one that they consider personal foul. So, again, that is huge because that's going to move the ball from the 38 of Neville 15 yards to the 23 of Neville.
Yes, actually, we hadn't been past their 30, our own 30.
Wossman again on offense, and here's a fumble on the play. You've called it. Let's see who's got the football. Indication by the official. Neville Tiger football. And that was just a bad exchange between Coleman and his center. Were you able to see who is actually able to come up with the football?
It looked like Pokey, Cedric Harris, number 34.
Well, Ronnie Davison says so it must be true. Okay. Single setback, the tailback Tony White. Receivers are split left and right. There will be 4 in the pattern. Wossman again showing 4 linemen, but the backers are close. Handed off LaMarcus Simmons running right side. It's the end around. He's upfield 2, maybe 3, 4 yards, maybe 5. As that time he tried to get some ground going.
Neil, I was thinking Coach Lay's probably up there in that room thinking, yeah, they said they were going to dedicate this first touchdown to me. When the heck they going to make a touchdown?
He would probably like to have that ASAP. Line of scrimmage out near the 28-yard line of Neville. Simmons in motion again. Fake it to him. Hand it off. Tony White up the middle. He finds the running rup. He gets a yard or 2 to the 30-yard line, maybe just beyond that point. But it brings up 3rd down and still some work for the Neville Tigers.
Well, I want to see some blocking by that offensive line by the Neville Tigers. We want to blow them back, and so far we're not blowing anybody back. Of course.
4 for Neville. Line of scrimmage near the Tiger 30. Robert Lane will operate from the shotgun. Trips receivers left side, wide side of the field. Fake a handoff. Lane throws it, batted in the air, and incomplete. A Wossman player made a dive for it. That's the good news. The bad news is he didn't. Good news is he didn't get it. But now the bad news, Tigers must punt it away.
Well, the bad news is that the offensive line let a couple of guys right in on Robert Lane.
4 yards to go. Drew Carson once again will punt. This is his 3rd punt on the night. Wossman with 2 receivers back near the Wildcat 44-yard line. Snap is back. It's perfect. Wossman setting up for the return here, but what a booming kick by Carson coming down. Mishandled by the Wossman player. He dives on it, that being Washington at the 31-yard line. Wildcats retain possession, but again, Drew got a good punt off that time. We needed that.
He had Terrence Washington fumble that ball, and thankfully for the Wildcats, he jumped right back on.
Ramey Savage, who will be under for the Wossman Wildcats. Turn, handed off to a man trying to run, and I believe that's Washington, and he slips through. And as he goes down at the 40-yard line, Morris, he nets a good 8 yards on the play. He's a very slippery back.
He is. Marquez McGee making the tackle, Neil, and he pulled that ball out of the running back for Wossman's arms. It did.
2nd down, a long one for Wossman at the Wildcat 40. Savage will split his backs, wing to the right side. That is Coleman. Handed off, and just a dive up the middle looking for 1st down yardage. It is a struggle, and this one may require a measurement as the ball carrier got only about a yard on the play. Back to live action now. Handoff, Rico Coleman. He's trying to get outside. Caught behind the line of scrimmage. He goes down for a loss on the play. That was good defense, Morris, no question.
Great job by number 24, Patrick Thomas for the Neville Tigers.
Savage. It'll be a double tight end set, but trips in the backfield. Handed off to Coleman, running left side. Cut down on the play. He got maybe a yard on the play. Who got in there to sandwich him to the turf?
I'm trying to check. Yeah, there he was. Number 89, Charlie Daniels.
The single setback walks up closer to the line of scrimmage. Savage throws it right side. He's got it complete out there to Coleman, trying to find blockers, but cut down for no gain. He dropped the football. Yes, he did. And there's a scramble for it, but it looks like Wossman may retain possession on this one.
Neil, Cedric Harris and Martez McGee were right in his face, that being the receiver, and he got nowhere and fumbled the ball, but Wossman got it back, so they're going to have to punt.
All right, then. So it's set back alone near the Neville 30, anticipating this punt. Snap is back. It is low, but Will Height has it and kicks away a floating kick coming down to Carson, the 27-yard line. Skips by one man and will be taken down at the 34 as the first quarter comes to a close, and we are scoreless. So let's take a break.
Are you ready for some super action? Ready for the best local football highlights on TV? Well, are you? Then get ready to tune your TV to see the best of the best in action on the Wendy's Friday Night Blitz.
I'm Aaron Dietrich. That's Brett Newton. Welcome to the most watched high school football show in the area.
See why the KNOE TV8 sports team are the undisputed champions of local sports coverage. Watch TV8 Friday nights at 10:15 for the Wendy's Friday Night Blitz.
At the Neville 34-yard line, Robert Lane working from the shotgun. Receivers are spread. 3 will be to the right side. Lane handed off. Tony White, and stoppage of play as flags go down on the play. And I'm not real sure what happened on that play, but as the Tigers tried to get the playoff, flags hit the field.
Blown dead, and I tell you what, that Wossman line was just running through the Neville offensive line like water through cheesecloths. I mean, cloth. I never.
Through cheesecloth. I don't think you've used that analogy so far this year. You're quite animated. You know why they got through? I think because they were offside against the Wossman defense. They're showing stunt on defense here. Handoff Tony White, who finds a seam and gets out left side. He breaks free and will go forward and be taken down by the last man to get him, who could get him, at the 40-yard line. Tony White really showed some acceleration as he broke it outside.
Neil, that was a great run, and you're right, that was some acceleration. John Cal Taylor, number 4, a senior.
Scrimmage, the Wossman 40. First down, 10 yards to go. Lane in the shotgun. Tony White back there. Fake a handoff to him. Now give it to him, and I don't know, there was some kind of delay, and Tony White's cut down. There's also a flag down on the play.
Neil, it's right in the middle of the line there. You just wonder what that's going to be.
Again, that was a peculiar play where Lane faked it to Tony White, held it up, and then put it back in his gut again. That will be interesting to analyze that one off videotape. And a Wossman player is down, sad to say. Marcus Simmons split wide right, wide left. Nolan Darby, Lane in the shotgun, snapped it to him. Now flags are down once again, and a stoppage of play.
Wait to see what the referees tell us, because I certainly don't know at this point.
The field looks to be in good condition, although we had an extended period of rain. This one is against Neville, by the way. First down, 15 yards to go. Line of scrimmage, the Wossman 29. Lane will hand off on a delay. Tony White up the middle just punishes his would-be tackler, his tackler, after he got about 5 yards on the play. Hard running that time by Tony White.
Tackled by Jamel Wiley, a senior linebacker, I believe, number 11 for the Wossman Wildcats.
Looks like White netted about 6 on the play to bring up Lane in the shotgun. Again, receiver split. Tony White in the back set. Snap it to Lane. Looking to throw. Has time. Throws up field. LaMarcus Simmons incomplete. Went right past his shoulder pad. I believe a catchable ball.
That was catchable, Neil. It was indeed. Should have been caught, but you know, Robert's stats are not looking very good tonight, but some of those were not Robert's fault.
He shotgun snap to Lane, looking to throw. He'll pull it down and run it, gets in trouble, gets out of that. Running left side, makes his way toward the sideline and will step out of bounds. Not enough for the first down, but he's inside or near the 20-yard line. And a decision now for Mickey McCarty to send on the, I believe, the field goal team. Get a 37-yard attempt. Here is the kick. It is low. It will not get there. Bad snap. Didn't make it.
Snap. Never got a chance to hold it. Drew Carson never got a chance to place it properly. So the bad snap cost us on that one.
Backs are split in a pro set. Wing to the right side. The wing man is Rico Coleman. Handed off. Washington looking right. He's wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. He might have gotten a yard on the play, but the Tigers were not fooled at all on that particular play.
Well, Neil, there were so many Tigers in there. Brickus Thomas, Bradley McCoy. Again, Cedric Harris.
Second down and 9. Handed off. Running right side with some room. First down and more. Stretching his frame forward is William Hill, who had a good run in the first quarter like that one, and it's a fresh set of downs and a first down for Wossman at the Wildcat 33. Split pro formation behind him. Now we got Washington coming into the long T with 3 in the backfield. Handed off Washington, looking at that line of scrimmage, going down, but he got about 2 or 3 on the play. A lot of pre-snap movement that time that netted about 3 yards on the play as a result.
Charlie Daniels, Cedric Harris, Travis Smith in there on the tackle.
To go on this one for Wossman. Again, that long T formation behind Savage. Handed off, and that's Hill. He'll work for yardage up to the 39-yard line. Leaves third down for Wossman, third down and some 4 yards to go as a result.
Main man in there again for the Tigers, Neil. Cedric Harris. He's having a big tackle night tonight.
One of his backfield men there trips back there. And we've got the Tigers coming across the line of scrimmage. Flags are down.
I believe somebody moved in that on that offensive line for the Wossman Wildcats.
To wait for the analysis by the officials down there.
Too many Tigers pulled off.
And it's illegal procedure against Wossman. Tell you what, Coach, your eyes are doing very well.
Well, you know, any time about 4 guys hit across that line for the defense, you got to think somebody on that offense moved.
Timeout. Timeout is called by Wossman, so we'll take one too. This is Tiger football on FM 102. When it comes to Neville football, you know that you want to be in the know. So join the fun every Monday night from 7 p.m. until 8 p.m. at Melvin's for Tiger Talk with Mickey McCarty. It's a live, unrehearsed 1-hour talk show with Neville's top football Tiger on KNOE Radio, 540 a.m. So tune in, or better yet, come on by. You know that the food and the fans will be great. Tiger Talk with Mickey McCarty, Monday nights from 7 p.m. until 8 p.m. at Melvin's on North 18th in Monroe. Tall order here on a third down and some 9 yards to go. Savage bumps into a man and is sacked. Looks like he might have been trying to fake and then throw upfield to a fly man on the right side, but the Tigers shut down that play and it brings up fourth down.
What, Neil? Cedric Harris put the pop on him there. He really did.
Punter for Wossman standing back near the 19. Drew Carson back near the 43 of Neville. It's a wobbly kick. Fair catch called and made by Drew Carson. That was a good move on his part to not let it bounce.
Neil, for the first time tonight, our Tigers rushed the punter. They've just let him kick it away.
First down, 10 yards to go. Here he is. Look for lane to throw. Upfield, way upfield, incomplete, going for Drew Carson, who had broken free, but it was just past his fingertips.
Yeah, that was so close, and man, that would have been a great pass. Or rather a great play.
Level 43, Lane in the shotgun, Drew Carson in motion from right to left. Comes back right once again. Now hands it off, Tony White. Trying to find a seam. Tony White finds it tough. He's 2 yards upfield and stopped as the defensive surge of Wossman was there to take him down. Third down and long.
Neil, just not much there for the Tigers on that play. The tackle was made by number 66. That's Aaron Harrell.
Quarter, no score. Robert Lane in the shotgun, dropping the throw, has plenty of time, throws upfield, complete, but dropped now. Did not have possession, Kwame Keys, and that is just a straight drop. The ball was right where it needed to be, and he did not hold on.
I'm really disappointed in our receivers so far tonight.
Drew Carson to punt again for the umpteenth time here in the first half. Awaits the snap from center. It's a good one. Drew gets rushed, but gets the kick away. It'll bounce down near the Wossman 20-yard line and now take a roll inside that 20 to the 16-yard line. Drew did a good job to get that one away.
He did a good job and got a good roll, and consequently that ball is pretty deep in Wossman territory.
Wossman going in an I formation, split receivers left side. Handed off to the I-back Washington, getting outside for 5 yards and maybe more as he's taken down off his feet. Flags come in at the end of the play. And again, as the Tiger defender grabbed for him, it could have been a face mask.
Could have been. It looked like it was all the way across the field, but I tell you, it looked a little like a face.
And I believe that was going to be the 15-yard variety.
Like it is, Neil. That, boy, it sure pulls them out of their own deep territory. They're still in their own territory, but that ball now is on the 39. And, gosh, they were back inside the 20. I believe that was Martez McGee making the tackle.
Will split his backs and 2 receivers to the left side, wide side of the field, moving from our right to left. Handed off second back through, looking for room, buried at the line of scrimmage. A great defensive surge that time. Who got there first, I believe?
Well, it was really tough to tell. I tell you, it looked like they fumbled the football, but no signal yet.
Chris Welch really helped to put some wood on him. I don't know who else in there, but again, split right side on this play. Pitch it back. Running left side is Washington, who slips and goes down. About a half-yard loss on the play, but he had a head of steam, just no ground under him to help him there.
Slipped, and Cedric Harris right there. Cedric Pokey would have made the tackle, but the young man slipped.
Washington, the I-back behind Savage. Fake a handoff, rolling to throw, has to rush it over the hands of Washington, who had come from his eye back toward a receiver position. It's 4th down. Wossman has to punt.
Thankfully, I'll tell you, we still have time for some offense here, Nick.
The punter awaits the deep snap. Let's see, the rush is on, but he gets it away. Now here is a ball coming down to Carson, who takes it at the 35. Carson to the 40 and gets hit at the 45-yard line rather aggressively, but goes down and has the Tigers in good field position at the Neville 46. Lane down under, I formation behind him. Receivers left and right. Handed off to I-back. That's White. He's through there 10 yards, maybe 15 now. 20 yards upfield, still breaking free. Almost had it going. Fell off his feet at the Wossman 25-yard line. That young man came to play football tonight.
That was the best run of the night so far.
Shotgun position. The up back is there, but again, Lane will keep it himself. He turns, gets out of trouble now running left. He's upfield and will step out of bounds across the way after a gain of some 7 yards. Again, that's that little turnaround quarterback keeper, for lack of a better term.
Run out of bounds, Neil, by Antonio Baker, a senior for the Wildcats.
And that is the case again in this particular setting. Up back for the Tigers is Charles Swan, but a handed off to the I-back Tony White, and I think he's got that first down. He crosses the 15-yard line to the 14. That should be enough to move the chains.
What a great run by Tony White again. Again, tackled by number 66, Aaron Harrell for the Wildcats.
Darby wide left. LaMarcus Simmons wide right. I formation behind Lane under center. Handed off, I-back. Tony White finds the running rough, and he might have gotten a yard, and that's all as Wossman closed in on him quickly. I'll tell you, he went down hard, but several Wossman players had to be there.
Linebacker Jerry Morris.
We'll get back to business here. I formation, Robert Lane down under center. 2nd down, 9 yards to go. Turn, hand it off, fake it to the I-back. Lane looking to throw, has time, throws upfield, incomplete. Drew Carson was down inside the 5 and dropped the football. It'll bring up 3rd down and long. 2:09 remaining.
Looked like a catchable ball again.
3rd down, about 9 from the Wossman 14 or so. Lane in the shotgun, plenty of time to throw. Gets out of a situation, still rolling right, looking to throw, shoots his pass, complete to Kawami Keys, who steps into the end zone. Coach Lane, there's your touchdown. It's
number 8.
Comes as far out. Back to him. The kick is away. It is up, and it is true with 2:01 remaining in the 2nd quarter. Our score, Neville 7, Wossman nothing. This is Tiger Football on FM 102. Wossman men waiting deep near the 10-yard line. Presley's kick is low, will bounce and be fielded near the 10, 15, 20, 25, and now cut down off his feet is Washington. I'll tell you what, Washington is a very impressive runner. He's got acceleration and he has speed. With a long T formation behind him, a wide out to the right side. Handed off to a man up in there, hit at the line of scrimmage and buried. Great defensive pursuit, maybe about a half yard on the play, and that is all to bring up 2nd down and long. Savage, long T formation, handed off. That's Hill running right. He's hit high, but hit hard. Will spin for some yardage, but I'll tell you, there was a big collision out there on the right side of that play. He'll put 2 receivers right side. Under center for the snap. Handed off. Hit at the line of scrimmage and buried on the play. I believe that's Jamel Wiley who is taken down. It's 4th down and long, and the Tigers exercise the 3rd and final timeout.
And you'll credit that main tackle with Joe Sledge, number 51.
He's standing back. Inside his 20, takes his snap. It is a kick coming down. Drew Carson, fair catch made at the Neville 40. So the Tigers are 60 yards away. No timeouts, 1:17 on the clock.
1:17 remaining, that's right. The good news.
Actually at the Neville 41-yard line. Lane in the shotgun, trips receivers right side. Lane rolling right to throw, has time, getting a little pressure. He'll just pull it down and run it now or go upfield and wisely go out of bounds. Hit late at the 50-yard line, but no flag on the play. He was hit by Turner just across the out-of-bounds stripe, but no call on the play. Ball is at the midfield stripe. Lane in the shotgun, calls for the football, has it, looking to throw, plenty of time, going way upfield and overthrows Nolan Darby, who was sort of just loping along out there, but didn't turn on the afterburners. Lane in the shotgun, Tony White is back there. Receiver split left and right, 2 on each side. Handed off, Tony White. He's got a seam right side and some blocks upfield, still on his feet, still fighting for yardage, and now hit out of bounds at the Wossman 38-yard line. He was hit very, very rough at the end of the play. Lane in the shotgun, again, Tony White is back there. He'll block. Lane with plenty of time. Incomplete, going for Nolan Darby, just a little low. Lane in the shotgun, calls for the football, hands it off Tony White, who's got a good seam right side, a block upfield, hit upfield, some 15 yards maybe, as he's taken down off his feet at the 24-yard line of Wossman. No huddle. Robert Lane shouting instructions. He'll be in the gun. White outs left and right, ball on the right hash. Neville moving from our left to right. Handed off again, Tony White, cut down after about a 2-yard gain. This one may require a spike by Robert Lane. Clock is moving. Look at that, down to 19 seconds, and Wossman comes across the line of scrimmage, and there's a stoppage of play as flags are down.
Well, Neil, that's going to put us closer to, that's a 5 yards against Wossman. That's going to put us within field goal range, but we don't have any timeouts remaining, so I don't know. I think I might try a little field goal here, but.
Ink is moving, it's down to 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. The half will end. Robert Lane going for the end zone, and there's a penalty flag on the play. LaMarcus Simmons was the intended receiver, but he got tripped by a Wossman defender, and the Tigers may have one more shot at the end zone.
That's right, Neil. Let's hang on. It came in on that defensive penalty. It certainly appears like a defensive penalty, so we may have one more shot at it.
Drew Carson will hold. Looking for the snap from center. He's ready. Snap is there. Here's Presley's kick. It is away. It's long enough, and just got through there. That brings the first half to a close as we take the break. We'll have some halftime comment, stats, and a whole lot more. Make sure you stay there to listen for that. And also an exciting half of football yet to come as well. When it comes to Neville football, you know that you want to be in the know. So join the fun every Monday night from 7 p.m. until 8 p.m. at Melvin's for Tiger Talk with Mickey McCarty. It's a live, unrehearsed one-hour talk show with Neville's top football Tiger on KNOE Radio, 540 a.m. So tune in, or better yet, come on by. You know that the food and the fans will be great. Tiger Talk with Mickey McCarty. Monday nights from 7 p.m. until 8 p.m. at Melvin's on North 18th in Monroe. minutes with Neville head coach Mickey McCarty after the win over Wossman to move to 4-0. Your initial comments in our segment here.
Real pleased with our defense in that ball game. I thought they played well all night long, played very hard. We haven't made our tackle list yet, but I'm just real pleased with the way they played all night long. Offensively, we struggled to make some plays, and real concerned about throwing and catching the football in that game. But Tony White came back, had a good night running the ball. He put one on the ground in the game that down in the red zone that hurt us a little bit. But you know, he's running hard, and those things are going to happen. But we've got to correct those mistakes. Those are concerns right now for us.
I know that Neville came out to struggle early, not getting a first down and moving into the second quarter, and it was 0-0, and then the defense did start driving Wossman back in situations, and again, that seemed to help maybe a bit spark the offense along.
Yeah, well, you know, anytime we're making some plays on the other side of the ball, you know, it does send a spark, and you know, like I said, we just struggled a little bit. We made some poor throws, and we dropped some balls, and you know, the protection was there, the routes were there, and we just didn't execute. You know, that's the bottom line, and we got to get that corrected.
Well, getting it corrected will be for the Northwood game. That is next in line. I know you like to take them one game at a time. What can you tell us about the Falcons so far?
Well, right now I can't tell you much about them. We've got an open week before we get to them. We may go take a look at them in a scouting trip next week. But so right now I don't know a lot about them. But we've got an off week coming up, and we've got to correct the things that we need correcting, and you know, keep moving forward.
Okay, then, and that'll be something to look forward to also at this point in the year with an open day too. Some of the bumps, some of the bruises, some of the corrections that you speak, quote unquote, will all be looked at, I guess, in practice in the upcoming days.
Yeah, we've got a few bumped up. I mentioned Travis Moore Friday night, had knee surgery, but give him another week to heal. We've got some bumps and bruises, but other than that, we're fairly healthy. I think Josh Roberts will be back for the Northwood game as well. So, you know, it gives us an extra week to heal, an extra week to work on the things we need to work on.
All right, then. And also we want to say hello and continue recovery to Van Lay. What a great individual he is. I understand he's coming along, but still a ways to go.
Yeah, I'd absolutely echo that. Coach Lay, wish you well and speedy recovery, absolutely.
We wish the Neville Tigers best of luck as we look into the second half of this game.
Are you ready for some super action? Ready for the best local football highlights on TV? Well, are you? Then get ready to tune your TV to see the best of the best in action on the Wendy's Friday Night Blitz.
I'm Aaron Dietrich. That's Brett Newsom. Welcome to the most watched high school football show in the area.
See why the KNOE TV8 sports team are the undisputed champions of local sports coverage. Watch TV8 Friday nights at 10:15 for the Wendy's Friday Night Blitz.
As Alex Presley will approach from the south 40 and kick it away to Washington, standing deep for Wossman. It goes by him. He may have touched it. Washington back to pick it up at the 5-yard line. He's being chased. Tries to stiff arm a man, but goes down at the 7-yard line. I believe it was Bosley who got there to take him down on a great defensive play.
You're exactly right. Number 43, Bosley for the Neville Tigers. And, boy, we have really put the Wildcats back deep in their own territory.
And a wing to the right side, wide receiver left. Handed off, second man through there looking for room is Washington. He achieves the 10-yard line, and that's all. Several Tiger defenders to close in on him after a gain of about 3 on the play.
Pokey is amazing.
Walking up the corners to each side, also trying to stiffen it up in there. Handed off, running left side is Coleman. Hit behind the line, but shakes that tackle. Will make some positive yard, but maybe a yard is all. Maybe taken down for nothing that time, stringing him out on the play to bring him down.
Daniel Bosley and Patrick Thomas.
Doing said, Again, long tee behind Savage. Handed off, running through his Hill. Hit at the line of scrimmage. Maybe squeezes out a yard. Leaves 4th down and 5. I think we're looking at a punting situation here, Morris, and I think you've called it exactly. Will Height will stand near his own goal line to kick this one away. Off the side of his foot, he shanked it. You said would have good field position, Morris, and take a look at this. The football is out of bounds near the 19 of Wossman.
This is not good field position. This is excellent field position, and I'll tell you, I'm not sure a Neville Tiger didn't get his hand on that ball a bit.
Robert Lane operates from the gun. Tony White back there with him, and he'll go out to block, and here's a pass to Marcus Simmons, and he's hit very hard. Catches the ball about 5, maybe 6 yards upfield as he brings that one in from the arm of Robert Lane. Beginning in the 3rd quarter. We're early in the 3rd as the Tigers are on offense facing this 2nd down and 5 near the Wossman 14-yard line. Robert Lane will hand it off to Tony White, who changes his field of direction and goes back right and dives forward toward the 1st down marker. I don't know if he got there, but he did a good job of a cutback. That's a cutback runner right there. But this ball may not leave Robert's hands, and he just sneaks it forward, just pushing amongst bodies way up in there. A lot of strength by Robert Lane, and he didn't have to move it much, but I believe he'll make 1st down on his particular effort and try.
I believe he will. The referees act like they didn't want to get in there on that one. I think they might get hurt because there was about 9 Wossman Wildcats in the middle. But it's 1st down, Neville Tigers.
All right, then. So again, Robert Lane will operate in the shotgun on this 1st down and goal. Has Tony White back there with him, but throws it left. Drew Carson's got it. Drew Carson at the 5, in for the touchdown. Drew Carson took it behind the line of scrimmage, angled it in over here on the left side by the flag, and the Tigers tack on 6 more.
Good catch and then run by Drew Carson. Drew had to lower his head and bust over that goal line, and that's just what he did. He ran over a couple of Wossman Wildcats at the goal line.
Drew Carson, who caught the touchdown pass, will hold for Alex Presley. Here's the kick. Presley's got it up and through there. We take a break with 8:18 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Our score, Neville 17, Wossman nothing. When it comes to Neville football, you know that you want to be in the know. So join the fun every Monday night from 7 p.m. until 8 p.m. at Melvin's for Tiger Talk with Mickey McCarty. It's a live, unrehearsed 1-hour talk show with Neville's top football Tiger on KNOE Radio, 540 a.m. So tune in, or better yet, come on by. You know that the food and the fans will be great. Tiger Talk with Mickey McCarty, Monday nights from 7 p.m. until 8 p.m. at Melvin's on North 18th in Monroe. Alex Presley approaches, kicks away a booming kick. That one's not coming out of the end zone, an automatic touchback. He got all of that one. And he's Savage. Has a man in motion, that is Coleman, but will turn and hand it off to Hill, who bobbles the football and will go down for what I thought would be a loss on the play, but he made the line of scrimmage, but that was a great defensive surge.
Joe Sledge took him down hard, number 51.
Washington is back there for 1. Turn, hand it off, and I believe that's Coleman who's hit behind the line. Driven back. Big loss on the play of at least 8 or 9 yards.
Chris Welch, number 96, really was just in his face, and also number 55, DePaul Caesar. First time we've called DePaul's name tonight, I believe.
Maybe 16 yards to go. Savage, the quarterback, will go with an I formation and drop back to throw. Getting chased, throws it, incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. It fell at the feet of Washington. It's 4th down.
Joe Sledge right at his face again.
4th and 16. Coming at him is Bosley, but he kicks it away. Ball is caught by Drew Carson near the 40 of Wossman. 35-30 and angled out of bounds very aggressively. Dangerous running, but that was a good catch and return by Drew Carson.
Drew has done a good job all night long and continues to do so. Good field position. For
our good friend, Frank Nettles. Thank you, Frank, for helping out with that. Oh, very deserving. Lane from the shotgun, looking right, has it out there to Simmons, trying to find a block. He will make maybe a yard or two, and that's all. That play was very long in developing, too long. Man in motion, that is Drew Carson. Snap it back, Lane looking to throw, has it to Carson, right side, gets a block out there from Kwame Keys and makes the 20-yard line. Not enough for the first down, but a good developed play. 3rd down and about 2. Neville will show a shotgun formation, 3 receivers to the right side, but here's a handoff to Tony White looking for a block out there. He's got that first down and more, and he lowers his head inside the 15-yard line, maybe to the 12 of Wossman. Good-looking run.
Every time Tony White has touched the ball tonight, he is exciting. I mean, if the Neville Tigers are going to win, but sometimes we need a little help from the crowd.
1st and 10, Lane in the shotgun, throws left side, incomplete. That one bounced in front of LaMarcus Simmons, who was near the line of scrimmage from the pass attempt. It's a 2nd down, 10 yards to go. Lane in the shotgun. Receivers are spread, but it's a handoff to Tony White. Running right, lowering his head. He's upfield inside the 10, maybe to the 9-yard line and beyond. So that will through. Back on offense, there's a single deep back handed off to him, and he's going nowhere. He's cut down for a loss on the play back at the 5-yard line as black jersey Tiger defenders were all over him on the play. Wossman with a tall order here, 2nd down and 13. Handoff left side to Washington. He struggles near the line of scrimmage. If he got anything, only about a yard on the play, Morris.
It looks like Travis Smith was right around that ball play. I couldn't honestly tell who tripped him up then.
3rd down, some 13 yards to go. Savage is trying to set his wide out right side. Tigers are showing blitz. It's a handoff. Hill is running right to the 10, the 15, cut down off his feet near the 20-yard line, and that's a good run by Hill that possibly, I think it did, produce a first down for Wossman.
Number 27 for the Tigers, that's Craig Porter, kind of got blocked in.
My wife, Debbie, here. Also Ronnie Davison, Hillary Smith from the New Star also with us. Here's a handoff left side. Hill again. He crosses the 20. He's out to near the 23-yard line. A game of about 3 on the play, but he finds the running rough. Savage, hand it off. Left side. Washington is buried. He loses yardage on the play, and the Tigers were right there waiting on him on that one, had it sniffed out.
Neil, big Travis Smith, number 92 in there.
Here the 16 of the Wildcats. Savage, a single setback, but wideouts left and right. Savage hands it off, running left side. Nowhere to go. The ball carrier cut down at the line of scrimmage for no gain. It brings up 4th down and long, and the Wildcats must take punt formation. Here is the punt from Will Height coming down to Darby near the 50. A good punt, but Darby's got it. Looking for blockers, running left side, gets by one man, the 45, the Neville 40, and is nudged out of bounds. He's inside the 35. There's a little extracurricular activity once he goes out of bounds, but no flag. Tigers in good field position, I believe, inside that 35-yard line of Wossman. Robert Lane will snap it back to take the handoff and hand it off to Greg Ruff, who is in there, and he is treated roughly as he crosses the 30-yard line of scrimmage, the Wossman 29. Lane in the shotgun, dropping to throw, has plenty of time. Looks way upfield, going for Carson. Touchdown! Hit him perfectly on a post pattern over the middle. It's a 29-yard touchdown strike, and the Tigers add 6 more.
I now know why Drew Carson wasn't back for that punt. He was taking a little rest, ready to catch that TD pass.
At the 10-yard line for Alex Presley on the point after try. Presley's kick is up, and it is true. Let's take a break with 11:54 remaining in the game. Our score, Neville 24, Wossman nothing. This is Tiger Football on FM 102. Presley tees it up at the north 40, ready to kick it off to Wossman. Here is his kick. High, coming down in the end zone, another touchback. Driving the man back in there, looking at the ball all the way was Brandon Hamburg from for Wossman. Here is a pass attempt that is complete out to the left side. The receiver goes down to a knee to take it, but is punished at the end of the play. Once again, that receiver is Eric Smith, but a great 6-yard completion. Down 24-0 to Neville. Here is Savage to turn and hand it off to Hill. Man in the backfield. He is dropped right in his tracks. What a great defensive play by you-know-who.
Harris leading the way, Neil.
Savage will place Hill as a single setback, wide outs left and right. Savage looking to throw. Throws it out there left side, incomplete. Again, that time he likes to go to Eric Smith, but he had a defender with him step for step. Here, the 10-yard line for the punt. Kicks it away. It's rolling over, bouncing in front of Darby at the 40, and he'll just leave it alone. It'll come to rest at the 38-yard line of Neville, and the Tigers go back on offense. Here is Robert Lane working from the shotgun, looking upfield, going for a receiver. Incomplete. Batted away at the last moment. Intended receiver, LaMarcus Simmons. That Tigers 2002 in the eye out there is beautiful at the center of the field for homecoming, so thanks to Billy Ledbetter for that. Lane in the shotgun, fakes a handoff to Rupp. He's got pressure, throws it out there, incomplete. I think he was trying to go for Drew Carson. And now here is Lane working from the shotgun, throws it right, Nolan Darby, but is hit immediately. In fact, he will just lean forward for the yardage he gets. Flag comes in on the end of the play. Dead ball foul, personal foul. So you had it right. It was a late hit. The 50 handed off Greg Rupp. He gets a block outside, shows some speed. Greg Rupp on a fine run. He's up near that first down marker and more, and I think he got it at the Wossman 39. Here's Lane working from the gun. Trips right receivers to the right side. Lane to throw. Got it out here to Carson. He doesn't have a block, but gets by a man. Now it's taken down aggressively as he did not get by him, but up to the 38-yard line, stays in bounds. Clock continues to move with 9:04 remaining. Lane fakes a handoff to Ruff, will run it himself. Looking upfield, spins his way forward, trying a little dipsy-doodle move at the end. Not enough for the first down, but leaves about a yard to go. Right now, Swan is the up back. Greg Ruff is an eye back behind Robert Lane here on this 3rd down and 2. Pitch it back to Ruff, who drops the football, but he covers it. Loss on the play, and the Tigers must take punt formation.
Well, that ball was right there in Ruff's hands. He just dropped it.
Coleman is back, along with Brandon Hemberg. Drew Carson will await the snap from center. He's got it on the punt try. Gets it away, but barely. High in the air, coming out of bounds. No, it will bounce at the sideline and be picked up by a Wossman player at the 29-yard line. Savage, the quarterback, a single setback. Turn, hand it to him. Coleman trying to get outside. He's caught behind the line. He is dragged down for a loss on the play. A lot of Neville jerseys over there. Set of downs at the Wildcat 40, 41-yard line. Savage fakes a handoff. Play action. Going way upfield, and it's incomplete. In and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Eric Smith.
You know, he just dropped that ball. He really should have caught it for the Wossman Wildcats.
Stops the clock, 6:28 remaining in the game, 24-0 Neville.
They're tough.
Savage turns to hand off, by the way, on the play, and he has nobody there and is buried behind the line of scrimmage. You just don't stand around back there with the football because the Tigers defenders will come get you. Will send receivers left and right and drop back to throw, but he's got big pressure. He's going down. Big sack on the play, getting in there to take him down near the 28-yard line.
Reggie Robinson helped out by Brandon Welch. He didn't have a chance.
Fight to punt it away. Back deep. Nolan Darby near the 45-yard line of Neville. Here's the pooch-type kick that is coming down and bouncing at the 40. Kicked it away from Darby, actually, as that one rolls inside the 30 to near the 25-yard line. The Tigers are back on offense.
Darby had no chance to catch that ball whatsoever. He just watched it. I mean, the ball was probably 30, 35 yards away from it.
To the left. Lane in the shotgun. Waiting a snap from center. Will hand it off. Running up through there, running right. Running very hard and with authority now, crossing the 30. Out to the 32-yard line.
Neil, that was Deion Trotter in there, number 28 in there for the Tigers.
He lines up beside Robert Lane in the backfield. Lane from the shotgun. Football, Deion Trotter running up in there, looking for that first down marker. He stretches forward, and he's got that first down near the 38-yard line of Neville.
Good run by Deion again, Neil, to pick up that first down.
2 years behind me. Went on to play for the Pittsburgh Steelers, did Larry Anderson. All right, Robert Lane here. Shotgun. What will he do? Hand it off Deion Trotter again. Looking up in there. No, he kept it. I was fooled on the play. And so was a Wossman player. I just thought he put it in the gut of Trotter. Robert Lane runs left for the first down. Here's Lane in the shotgun. First down, 10 yards to go near the 48. Or is it Dave Stewart in there. Dave Stewart in there now. Hand it off, running right, ball carrier, line of scrimmage, plowing for yards, plowing for the first down and more. Ball carrier doing a great job that time for Neville as he stretches it out for the first down and more. And again, that's Deion.
Deion Trotter.
Stewart will work from the shotgun. Deion Trotter back there with him. Wideouts left and right. Long delay. Tigers are now set, I think. Here is the snap back to Stewart. Fakes it to Trotter. Running right. He'll just keep it himself, looking for a block. He gets no help. Goes down for a loss on the play that time.
Not a lot of blocking out there, then, Neil. They pretty much know that the Tigers are through for the night, basically, not trying to. Yeah.
Stewart, who will be under center for this one. Second down, some 13 yards to go near the 41 of Wossman. I formation behind him, Swan and Trotter back there. Trotter dotting the I. Pitch it back. Trotter running left, looking for a block. He's hit at the line of scrimmage, but runs very hard with the football, does Deion Trotter. Makes some yards out of it to the 35-yard line of Wossman.
Neil Marcus Beckwith, number 77, in there for the Tigers.
Stewart is down under center with the I formation. The up back is Charles Swan. Snap count, pitch it back, Deion Trotter, hit behind the line, and will go down for a 4-yard loss on the play. Whistles are blown even though the ball comes out of there. Fourth down and long, and the Tigers must punt it away, but not risk a block punt.
Yeah, I mean, the ball's on the 39 of Wossman. Why not?
Dave Stewart down under center, and now we've got a stoppage of play as flags are down. That's probably going to be a delay of game.
Looks like exactly what it is, Neil. 42.
Fourth down, about 16, as you mentioned, line of scrimmage, the 44. Dave Stewart will hand it off. Deion Trotter running left, and he'll make some yards. He gets 6-7 yards, hit very hard at the end of the play. The ball goes over on downs, but only 20 seconds remaining in the game.
Well, Neil, it's been a good one tonight.
Savage, the quarterback, and he'll just take a knee. Let's get it over. The clock will wind down. That will be the final play of the game.